I got a quote previously for a solicitor. It was, let's just say, it started with a 6 in the thousands, and this guy says he reckons his solicitor can do it for under 2,000. So I may have saved £4,000 coming to this event.
What is happening? I am on my way to view the latest deal we've secured, HMO conversion, and aiming for 5 studios, 1 double ensuite. It's a decent sized property, and I'm meeting the architect and the builder there, just so again we can put our heads together, see what we can do with the space, and make sure. Oh yeah, look at that, my newsletter just went out. I'm subscribed to my own newsletter. I think if you fill out, if you did like the checklist, like the viewing checklist in the description below, you get a free checklist and you join the newsletter, which is pretty cool. So there you go. But yeah, meeting the architect, meeting the builder, I recommend you guys doing that if you can. Once you've secured a project, like let's say it's a HMO, you're converting a house into a HMO, then one of the first things that you do, obviously you get your solicitors and your lender and stuff, but one of the first things that you do is get the builder and architect over to do their thing. And I think that it's extremely important to do that, because that way you don't have to go email back and forth, phone call back and forth, text back and forth over the course of days, sometimes weeks. Whereas now we can get everything done in depth and have like the immediate quick feedback loop of like ideas bouncing off each other. And I just think it's a lot more efficient, and I really recommend you guys doing that. And you might be thinking, Luke, I can't get everyone there on the same day. If it means you waiting an extra few days to do it, I definitely think it's worth the wait. That's just my opinion though. I like maximizing every second of every day if possible. Anyway, after that, got a viewing. And after that, I'm going to a networking event tonight. I'm going to PIN in Sheffield. Been a while. That was the first one I went to when I went down here, man. And that was the one I would run out of. That's the one that the host, I don't know if he's still the host just now, but it was Paul. He would single me out and be like, you're doing your pitch, because I would go that long without doing it. And yeah, he forced me out of my comfort zone. So I'm going back because now I have the confidence to stand up and do a 20-second pitch and network and stuff, you know. That's why doing those presentations and facing that fear was so much more than just getting up there and talking. Now I have like really good confidence, a really high confidence to go to networking events again, and yeah, just stand up and do my pitch and meet people and see if I can secure some business, you know. Anyway, let's crack on with the day. I hope I get some decent footage for you, because it's going to be a busy one. Might visit a project or two, see what's going on, and yeah, see you when I see you.
Just walking to a viewing just now. Remember to take your ladder to a viewing. Doesn't matter if you look like a muppet. If you need to get in that loft and measure it, do it. And take a laser measure, notepad and pen. Those are the bare minimums. Take them and you'll see the difference a viewing makes, because it can make or break a viewing, guys. You know, these are important. Fucking heavy though. Yes, troops. They have trusted me with the house. All right, so I'm going to give you a wee sneak peek, doing the measurements. Look at the height in this, 3 meters high. This outbreak goes all the way through here, all the way through here, and all the way through here. How incredible is that? I am definitely pushing for 5 studios, 1 double ensuite, and there's no alleyway on the side, so this would have to stay as is as a room. But it is 3.7 meters long, 2.96 wide, double ensuite, easy money. As we go upstairs, huge. Again, I'm not going to show you outside. You naughty boys, you're going to see where I am, see what I'm doing. So this is another bedroom, bedroom 1. This is bedroom 2, bedroom 3. Look at this, beautiful, huge house, goes all the way through there. All right, I'm going to carry out measurements, but do your measurements. Go into the loft. Where's the loft hatch? Loft hatch is up there. That looks fucking gnarly. Do your measurements, go up there, see what you can get out of it. And if you need reassurance, speak to the architect, speak to the builder, see what you can do. And keep an eye out for things. Make sure you get a video as well when you do these. You got to get a video, see what's going on. If the gas and electric's in the basement, you got to know you may need to move that if you're closing off the basement. And factor in costs like moving this chimney, removing all of that. Look at all that extra floor space you can get there, potentially. You know, well, you can, look, it's already there. Just get rid of that. There's a lot of floor space to be added here, or created. And dropping the floors, you may not need to drop both floors because they're huge, but see the top there? Dropping it down to where the top of that window is? Could be an option, just dropping that top floor there. Creates room in the loft. All right, trips, let me get back to my measuring. We're back at the loft. Look at this, it's so dodgy. Right, getting a video of it. You've got to get a video of the loft as well as you can. I might take a better one when I'm done. But you can see here, the party wall is all built up. The party wall all built up. And now, what I need to do is get the measuring tape out. Well, the laser measure, this is the one I use. And see the ridge away up there? Press it on there. All the way up, see the wee red dot? I'm wanting that aligned, so I'm going to be able over here. You see it here, right on there? Should be aligned, which it is. Hit that. 3.447, fuck me. This is incredible. This is a beast of a house. Let's see if I do it with better quality. Yeah, there you go. Honestly. And it goes all the way along there as well. It's really interesting. All right, I'm getting the heebie-jeebies and I'm standing like this. Let's go. Yes, troops. Your boy is outside the pin event. Look. Come on. I came here, stood up, done my pitch, but I wasn't pitching my services because my clients want to do that many. I don't know if I have capacity for it. So, I've got a JV partner that we're looking to sign contracts on, and I'm looking for a solicitor. So I stood up, done a pitch. I was like, got a JV partner looking to do this, need a solicitor to help put the JV agreements together, get the head of terms in place, service agreements, all of that jazz. So if you know anyone, brilliant. And a couple of people recommended a couple of people. So I like referrals, man. And one of them's got 26 years experience in property investment. So built that connection. Met a couple other people. One guy says he wants to use my services because he was like, yeah, what was it you do? And I just told him what I did. And he's like, yeah, I want to use your services, man. You're exactly who I'm looking for. I was like, holy shit. You know, you just never know where this shit's going, man. So it's exciting. I'm going to see if I can grab a wee clip of what's going on in there, what it looks like, just in case you are wondering what a networking event looks like. But I ain't going to vlog in there, you know what I mean? But anyway, I got a quote previously for a solicitor. It was, let's just say, it started with a 6 in the thousands. And this guy says he reckons his solicitor can do it for under 2,000. So I may have saved £4,000 coming to this event. Paid 25 quid, saved £4,000. Now I'm just waffling. Right, let's get a clip and I'm going to record the rest of this video tomorrow. Yes, team. It is Friday. I'm at Project Sun and I'm actually recording the site visit day video. I recorded all the previous clips in this video on Wednesday, and then yesterday I just got caught up in the business, so now I'm just going to do this little info grab for you. Yesterday I met, basically, presentation out. You know I done my presentation, right? The one I done, I think it was like last week or the week before, Property and Poppadoms. There was a couple there that want to use my service and stuff, and basically we met yesterday and we're going to potentially start together in the first quarter of next year because I want to make sure that they're in the right position to do so. And that's why I want to tap into that a little bit. If you're like a service-based business, like say what I do, like I do the end-to-end portfolio building service. If you want to use it, link in below, fill out the form. If you do that kind of service, try not take on people that aren't at the right position for them to do it. So there could be a lot of factors. They could have like a really busy lifestyle. They could be going through a lot personally, or they could be like not financially, they haven't got enough of the finances ready, or if they've just got enough. Reason being is, if you take on someone and they either don't have enough, first of all, they're not really going to be able to use your service, so it's kind of obvious. But
don't like encourage them to do silly things like I don't know, taking out credit cards and stuff. Do not pressure anyone to do something they're not ready for just yet. Like because it benefits you, it's not about you. It's got to benefit them as well. But nonetheless, we are going to work together in the first quarter, and I'm really excited. Like I'm keeping a space open for these people because they're my cup of tea. They're absolutely incredible, and I know they'll be really fun to work with. So I'm really excited for that, right? But yeah, just make sure that like even if they do have enough capital, right? Like let's say it costs X amount for you for your service and all the buy costs and stuff, and they have exactly that amount, no more. I still don't think that's right enough, because if anything goes horrifically wrong in the project, then and they're using development finance and it goes over, then how are they going to pay for it? Is the project going to halt? Try and think further down the line, okay? Just because they have exactly the right amount, if anything goes wrong, then you're kind of in a really, really, really tough spot. So in my opinion, make sure that they've got enough capital and like a contingency just for them. You know, you'll have the development finance contingency, but just for them as well. And they have capital coming in down the line, so that they're going to be more than comfortable by the time the refurb starts. Same with you, if you're going to do this strategy. Just because you've raised enough, exactly enough, and you're squeezing it, that doesn't mean you can afford it. That doesn't mean you can afford it, in my opinion. Make sure that you have a buffer for when things go wrong or if things go wrong, and you can continue either raising finance, or if you have a business, that's continuing to make capital as well, you know? And so you're in a comfortable position should things go wrong. Worst case scenario, things go wrong and you have the capital there to like put towards it. Best case scenario, you have a pot of cash, you know, brilliant, you've got capital. So it's a win-win, right? That's my thoughts. Then I met with a cleaner. She's actually cleaned Chris Eubank Jr.'s house and stuff, works with Joe Joyce and whatnot. Huge company, she's incredible. So adding her to the team. Met a friend, he finds deals for people and himself. So what I'm thinking of doing is taking people on and they subcontract themselves to me, or doing a commission based only, so they can go out, find the deals, secure them, bring them to me, and then I can pass them on to clients and I'll pay them for that. Because earlier in this video, when I done those viewings and that tenant still didn't let me in, it's so much wasted time. I'm so much better going out there doing presentations, talks, working on growing the business, getting all the clients in and scaling the business than I am driving everywhere, driving to viewings, driving to this, driving to that, getting let down by tenants, getting let down by agents, all that sort of shit. That's very low ROI, sludgy time wasted, right? So I'm better subcontracting that out, or hiring staff, or, you know, taking people on and allocating the time that I save from that to getting more clients, to working on the business, growing the brand. And I think that's something you could implement too if you can. If you're starting out, you're not going to be able to do that because every penny's a prisoner, and you exchange your time instead of exchanging pounds. So when I started out, I didn't have basically any money at all, right? But I had a lot of time. So instead of exchanging pounds, I exchanged minutes, time, hours, weeks, years, you know, I exchanged all of that instead, because that was the currency I was rich in. I was poor in money, rich in time. And if you're in that case, then that's what you're going to have to do, exchange your time. But I am getting to a point where I can take people on and just be like, look, like you go out and find the deals, you do the viewings, you do all of this stuff, and I'll stay at home and I'll still do all the site visits, all the project coordination, like coming in here to do this stuff, but just not the viewings and stuff. And then the next step would be like taking on someone to do the admin, all the chasing, all the following, all the documents, all the deal packs, all that sort of stuff. Again, very low ROI stuff. I just need to train someone to do that, and then they can handle that. Again, freeing up more time from me to go out and do presentations, do social media, go and do podcasts, go and do things that are growing the business, growing the brand, and bringing in more business, you know. Then down the line, it could be like hiring like a project manager to handle all of the projects. You never know. It could be like creating my own construction company. I'm trying to like spitfire in real time what I'm trying to think, but you're watching someone in real time grow a company from the ground up. So there's a lot for me to learn. I do think that maybe getting a business mentor to analyze my company and then start putting an actual structured plan in place for what to delegate, who to delegate to, when to delegate, and you know, all of that stuff. So this is going to be an exciting journey, man. I'm preparing for 2026. It could be a big year, I hope like these things that you're seeing, like me spitfiring doing things in real time, you're going to actually see me do them. Some of them won't work, some of them will work, and I'll tell you why that one didn't work and how to avoid it, and I'll tell you why that did work and how to implement it. Either way, you're going to learn from my wins and my mistakes, and I hope it helps you in your journey, troops. Remember to subscribe if you want to see all of that. It's going to be fun, man. It's going to be fun. And yeah, I'm going to continue doing this site visit day video, which will be out next week. See you in a bit.